Welcome back to German Dream. My name is Ritvik and I'm a master's in computer science student here at Technical University of Kaiserslautern. I've been living here in Germany for like 7 months now, and in today's video I'm gonna share my experience so far studying here in Germany till this one semester. Like, what were the challenges during the semester, how do you like organize your study plan and all that. So I'm going to talk about that, but before that, please make sure to subscribe the channel and follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is showing here on the screen, and also the link is available on the in the description box. And I want you to follow me on Instagram because it's easier for me to reply you back for your queries on Instagram compared to replying back on the YouTube comments. So I'd be really glad if you will follow me on Instagram, and please do subscribe the channel. And yeah, so without wasting any further more second, let's just start today's video.
One's a compliment, two's a crowd, three's a party coming, move around like the first rush when the school is out, when the booze is up, when the sun is down. Enjoy the ride, got some pillows in the Chevy. Hey, hey, it's like a laying low, hitting heavy. Hey, hey, take your time, let me know when you're ready. Hey, hey, couple months I've been messing with this steady. Open for plans tonight. Lost in the after.
Alright guys, so about today's video, so I'm gonna start with the beginning, like with the beginning of semester and to the end of the semester. So the beginning of the semester, the very first challenge that you face when you are enrolled to the university, like any university, like not TUK, like any university. And my perspective is from the perspective of a computer science student, so I can't like talk about everything. I can just talk about myself and my view on particular things. So if there is something which you don't find like really true, that might not be the case for me, because I will share everything that I had faced. So the very first month experience after you have landed here and you have enrolled in the university and your classes have begun, so the very first thing is choosing the subjects. So it might not seem an issue to many of the students who are still living in India, but when you are here and you have to choose subjects for yourself, sometimes it gets a little nasty. And the issue is because, like in India, I don't know about other countries, but like in India, like you don't have too many options to select subjects from, right? So you have so especially in first year, I don't think you have any optional subjects. Like at max you can have like one optional subject, but not more than that. And you have like lot of mandatory subjects, right, in each semester in India. But here, like starting from the first semester, you have to choose every subject for yourself by your own. So there are no mandatory subjects, especially for the computer science course. So there is no mandatory thing that you have to do these subjects in this particular semester. All right, so thing is like this. So the very first month you will have to face a challenge about selecting the subjects. All right, if you have a like clear goal that you want to study something very particular and you know about it, then it's not too much issue. All right, but if you like don't have that clear vision about what you want to do, like what subjects you are interested in, you just know that okay, I want to study something related to AI, but you have not quite good idea about what are the subjects covered in that case, you will face a lot of problems. So with me, I face a lot of issue with that. Like I registered for like several subjects in first month, and because I didn't really know like what subjects are good for me and whether I am capable of doing that particular subject, so I registered to like many subjects, like around 30 subjects I registered. I attended like at least 1 or 2 classes for each subject, and by the end of first month, then I knew okay, like these subjects are for me and this subject I cannot do. So this is something like kind of an issue if you are like not very clear about what subjects you want to study. So this is something which you might face. So this is the first one challenge. And moving further, after like during the semester, what issue you can like face is, So during my semester, like most of the classes that I had were online, and I thought like, okay, online classes, it's not that big of an issue. Like you have the comfort of attending classes from your home and it's good. But I ended up not attending a lot of classes because of online thing. So I thought like, okay, it's online, everything is recorded and I can watch it later. Why do I have to wake up early just to attend an online class? So that was me during the semester. Like I ended up not attending a lot of classes because the classes were online, and because of that thing, when you are near the end of the semester and you have exams, so you can face issues during studying for exams because you did not attended classes, and now you have to study almost everything by your own, and to clear your doubts you have to go to other fellow students, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. So that is one issue. So make sure that when you are here and you are registering subjects, first thing would be like, try to like attend the classes offline, not online, if your university is providing offline classes. So like for me, for some subjects, the thing was like, there are options, if whether you can attend the class offline or you can attend the live stream from your home, and I was too lazy to go to university, so I ended up like being at the online part, and because it was online, I almost did not attend most of the classes. So make sure that if you are registering for subjects, make sure that these are not online, these are offline classes, so that you are regular with your classes, you are regular with your studies. And if by chance the subjects are only online but you really like that subject, then make sure that you do attend the classes online too, because otherwise it creates a lot of problem when you have exams. Now also one more issue would be like managing things in the week during your semester. Like if you have part-time jobs and all, so you have to manage those things properly so that you have enough time to study regularly, you have enough time to attend the classes, and also you have time to go to your part-time job and earn some money, right? So for me, that was not that big of an issue because my work timings were very flexible, so I did not had any issue with it. All right, so that is one thing. And what more is like, during the end of the semester, during the exams, so when you have registered for subjects, it does not automatically register you for exams, so you have to register for the exam separately. That is what I know from my course. All right, so it might not be true for every university and every course, but for my course it was like that you have to register for the exams separately. So you make sure that you like go like regularly access the university portals for the exam dates and all those things, so that you do not miss the deadlines and all, because I was almost about to miss the deadlines for registering the exams. So you have to make sure that you don't do that, right? So registering for the exams. And also like most of the times the subjects do not have a mandatory assignments. All right, there are assignments, but most of the time these are not mandatory. At least for me, like most of the subjects did not have mandatory assignments. They had assignments, but they were not mandatory. Only 2 or 3 subjects were there which had mandatory assignments. So even though if it's mandatory or not mandatory, please make sure that you do the assignments, because when you do the assignments, for solving the assignments you have to study. If you study and you do the assignments, then during the exam time you won't have that much of pressure for subjects, all right, for exams. So I had 2 subjects with mandatory assignments, and because of those mandatory assignments I was regular with at least those 2 subjects. All right, I can't say about the other subjects, but I was regular with those 2 subjects. And because of those mandatory assignments, like during the time of examinations, I did not face any issues. Like I knew most of the things which I had done during the semester. I just have to like go through things, revise things, make sure my concept is clear, and it was not much big of an issue for me to go through those exams. Yeah. And when you go into the exam sessions, all right, so the very first exam could be like very nerve-wracking. Even though that subject is very easy, you know things, but still you might end up getting nervous. That was the case for me. So I had an exam for a subject called QMQA. All right, so that is quality management and quality analysis. So the thing is, that subject was very easy, all right, like super easy, but still I ended up getting nervous, like too much nervous for that exam because of different exam pattern here, right? So the exam pattern is very, I won't say like very different, but somehow it's different. So the very first thing is like the exam duration is like only for 1 or 1.5 hours, all right? So the exams would be like 80 marks or 90 marks, and the exam duration is only for 1 to 1.5 hours, not more than that. So if you're giving written exams, for written exams it's like that. For oral exams there's a total different thing. So the oral exam would be like 30 minutes or 40 minutes, like that. For written exams it would be like 1 or 1.5 hours. So the very first exam, the issue which I faced was, so I was writing my exam, and the thing is, I was trying to write everything like very very detailed and like very neat and all. So I ended up like missing like I could not attempt 2 or 3 questions because of lack of time. All right, so that was the issue which I faced during the very first exam. All right, even though there was that exam was like very very chill kind. So you could bring a cheat sheet, like a A4 sheet, in which you can write anything which you think would be useful for you during the exam, and you can just look at that during the exam too, and you can look at that, you can find your answers, and you can write it on the sheet. Even after that, like I ended up like doing really bad in that exam. Somehow I managed to pass that exam, but still that was very bad. So make sure that when you're writing your exam, like you are not spending too much time on particular questions. Like if you don't know, just keep moving forward, and do not spend much time on writing on one particular question, and do not like write a lot. Just write point to point. Make sure that you have covered everything in very precise words, in very precise wordings. Like you don't think of it as an exam in India where you have to, like, if it's a 10 marks question, you have to fill at least 2 pages. Don't think of it like that, because here when I saw like there was an 8 marks question and the space was very little for the answer to be written. So but the thing is, like, they don't provide you with like any extra answer sheets, so there is no thing like separate question paper and separate answer sheets. Sorry. So they just give you paper 16 pages or 17 pages question paper, in which you have a proper space defined for writing the answers. So there would be space, so that space is according to the professors, what they think that this space would be enough to write the answers. So make sure that you don't write too much. All right, just write point to point everything that you have studied. Write point to point, and do not like make a mess out of it and writing stories and all. Okay, if this happens, that happens, then this will happen. So don't do that. Just be precise, write point to point, and that will be good. So these are the things which I learned from the very first exam, and after that all the exams were very good, right? Seriously, like after like fucking up my very first exam, all the exams after that were very good. So this was my experience in this first semester, and yeah, just wanted to share it with you guys so that when you are here you don't feel that much problem with that. And yeah, it's for the very first month, it's like common to feel homesick. I know a lot of people here who came this semester, already for this summer 2022, who came this time, and it's been only like 1 or 2 weeks and they're already feeling homesick. So be prepared for that. Make sure you talk to your parents or whoever you want to, like, you talk to them every day. I talk to my family every day. Yeah. So homesick is part of living here. Homesickness is part of living here. So you have to just go through that. So this was my experience from this first semester in Germany, and I hope you got some points from it. And yeah, and all the best for your journey for coming to Germany. And this was all from my side. Please make sure to like this video, share this video to your friends, and subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. And I hope to see you next time on the other side of the screen. Bye bye.